Hey, what's up guys? Lord Civic here, and today we're going to be talking Star Wars Celebration 2023 Europe. Before we hop in, there's a couple of thank yous and hellos that I would like to put out. First and foremost, thank you so much to Lacey. She is part of the Star Wars Celebration Discord. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to get a VIP ticket. I did not buy one myself because I wasn't able to get one when they originally dropped, but she had an extra one and she was so nice and gracious to sell it to me for retail price. So Lacey, thank you so much and I love you for that. Secondly, to my boys Vivek and Matt, thank you so much for pushing me every day creatively, and especially Vivek. He was making sure to stay on top of me at Star Wars Celebration, saying, Lord Civic, make sure to shoot this clip, make sure you're shooting B-roll of these hallways, make sure you're doing all this. Bros, I really appreciate you. Or bruvs, my bad. We went into Europe, bruvs. I really appreciate you guys for pushing me creatively, and thank you for even yesterday and today making sure that I shot this video. It is finals week, writing papers, I'm doing finals, and I even graduate next week with my second degree, but they have been pushing me to make sure to do this, so I'm going to take a little break and shoot this video. Thank you guys, I love you guys so much. Thirdly, I'd like to say thank you to Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Everybody that knows me knows I love Star Wars, and I am very passionate about it, and sometimes that passion gets me to be pretty critical, but that's just because I love it so much. And Star Wars Celebration is the absolute peak of all that. Being around people that love Star Wars just as much as you do, and in some cases even more, is such a beautiful experience. I have met friends that have become lifetime friends from previous years. Matt, Vivek, Lauren, and Steph. Sally wasn't able to come because of the new baby child. Hopefully I'll be able to say hello to the baby child later this year. But yes, I met lifetime friends. Even this Star Wars Celebration, I met so many freaking friends. And now we're about to say the hellos now. Matt, Lauren, Vivek, and Steph, of course. As I said, you weren't able to come. I expect to see Steph. Obviously, he's going to be coming to Japan. That's going to be freaking awesome. Lauren, you better be there as well. I don't care if it's a long flight. We all come in a pair or a group, so you have to go. Also, special shout out to my new besties, Luke and Laura. We met in our connecting flight from Amsterdam to London. We spoke for like an hour before our flight started. We stayed at the same hotel, so we literally walked from the hotel airport, not the hotel, the airport to our hotels, which was a 20-minute walk. We had breakfast together. We spoke a little more. We had dinner together. We went to pubs together. We walked around Star Wars Celebration. It was freaking awesome meeting you guys. Also, special shout out. I didn't forget you, Brett. It was super awesome meeting you, bro. He's a friend of Matt. He's now a friend of mine. He's another lifetime friend. Dude's freaking dope. Has majestic hair. He's dope as hell. We were just talking about rock and rap and everything. You are freaking awesome, dude. I love you. Also, congratulations and hello to Gloria and Ryan. I love you guys so much. Congratulations on the proposal. Ryan did an excellent job of choosing the ring, and they are a very beautiful couple. And they were a beautiful couple. They were amazing. Had an excellent time with you guys at the pub. Also, special shout out to Cole and Sarah. You guys are both awesome as well. Cole and I just spoke about how much we love The Last of Us Part 2 together, and he let me spiel on for like 20, almost 30 minutes about how much I love Persona 5 Royal and how awesome it is. I hope you start already because that game is 150 hours. Also, hello to my friend Sam, Samantha. I am sorry I forgot how many Star Wars films and TV shows you were in. I believe it was 15 different appearances across 5 projects. I might be wrong, and I know you're going to get on top of me for this, but it's freaking awesome. It was so awesome to see you again. Also, shout out to Jenny. Jenny, your Porg Cosplay is awesome. I'm going to show it later in the video. I'm sorry this is so long. And then last but not least, Amanda. I met her at Durham Cathedral, all the way out in Durham, like a week and a half later after Star Wars Celebration. I saw the EU patch on her arm. She was super freaking awesome. We follow each other on social media. We've just been chatting, stuff like that. You're super freaking dope, and you're amazing. Everybody else that I met, everybody else that I took a picture with, everybody else that saw me, or we had a conversation, please, without regard, please comment below, say hi. Also, feel free to DM me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Don't be shy. Now, with saying that, let's hop into Star Wars Celebration Day 1. So one more hi. I didn't really forget. I was going to talk about it because I met him on the second day in person. But just want to say one more hi to my boy Super Scoundrel. He is one of the most talented Star Wars artists on Instagram, or I would just say Star Wars artists in general. Go make sure to follow him. I'm going to put his Instagram account in the description below. Dude is super talented, and he is just as awesome in person as he is with his art. Super dope finally being able to meet you. I've been following him for like 3-4 years, and that was just an absolute honor. And his friend SWprops. that was really freaking cool. Dude works and does like props and stuff on Star Wars. You guys were both really freaking dope, and it was really awesome to be able to meet both of you guys in person. Now, saying that, let's talk about Star Wars Celebration Day 1. Now, honestly, Day 1 was probably the most chaotic day, and as a VIP person, I did not go through a lot of the different troubles that people that had single day passes or 4-day passes did, because at Star Wars Celebration, when you're VIP, you have a separate queue line to walk in, you have a separate queue line to get into panels, and the real cool thing about VIP is that you are able to just go ahead and walk in and like just go to everything. It is a lot more expensive, but as somebody that's been to Star Wars Celebration a whopping 4 times, I went to Orlando, Chicago, Anaheim, and just now Europe. My first 2 times were 4-day, and then my last year in Anaheim was VIP. I will not be going to Star Wars Celebration unless I can get VIP. The upgrade is absolutely astronomical. Not only do you get access to the store the night before, you also get early access to the store, and you can order different stuff to have it pick up at Star Wars Celebration. You can also show up to Celebration stages and different panels 30 minutes before, and you get the front rows and different stuff like that. And there's just so many other really cool perks and additions that is just so amazing over like the regular 4-day pass. Now, I was saying that my experience for Star Wars Celebration Day 1 was kind of weird. So the night before, when you had the early access to the store, I actually was with my friends in Richmond, and I wasn't able to get stuff from the different shops. This jacket I actually had to buy off a resell for somebody, not that much, but it sold out on the first day. And if you get VIP or even have 4-day, I really recommend signing up and to be able to go on the first day or whatever, because a lot of the best stuff is going to be gone. In addition to that, on the first day, I walked into the regular line, went to VIP. I went to the DeNova booth. As you can see in a lot of the pictures that I'm going to be showcasing, I was wearing my Director Orson Krennic cosplay. It looked amazing. It was made by Denio Nova. They actually had a booth at Star Wars Celebration. The people there were really nice, took a couple of pictures. They actually even let me wear one of the hats that were on the prop mannequin for Director Krennic. That was really cool. Then I went to the Funko booth. And took some pictures there, got all the Funko exclusives. I love the Funko shirts and all the little Funko Pops. I wear a lot of them for casual leisure wear and as night clothes and stuff like that. Now, with saying that, the first panel was actually really good. It was the Lucasfilm panel. They brought a ridiculous amount of content out. Not only did they show the future roadmap for what's coming Star Wars, they also showed an Acolyte trailer. We got an Ahsoka trailer, Skeleton Crew trailer. We got to see 5 minutes in a new Indiana Jones. For me, the highlight of that entire panel was definitely Ahsoka. I am a huge Rebels fan, and I believe that Rebels is the most consistent Star Wars project probably ever. When it comes to quality, it's just so high quality across the board. Skeleton Crew also looks amazing. The kids that presented were very charismatic, and Jude Law obviously is charismatic as well. Acolyte is probably my second favorite thing from all of Star Wars Celebration after Ahsoka. The director and writer of the show seems very, very passionate, not about just Star Wars, but also just media in general. And her passion literally bled out into the crowd. I can tell she's really passionate, and she seems like she's going to do an absolutely phenomenal job with that. Now, during the panel, there was a couple of times, because with VIP, as I said, you get the front rows. There was a couple of times that I wanted to yell out some specific stuff. There was one moment where the Andor director, Tony Gilroy, was talking about Andor and how some shows and movies go on too long or do different stuff where they don't have a plan on what they do. And like Kathleen Kennedy was standing right beside him. And I wanted to yell out, oh, just like you guys did to episode 9, but I did against it because I didn't want it to be like, like sitcoms where everybody's like, just like turns and look at you. That's exactly what happened. And like, as I said, I was maybe like 15 feet away from the stage. So they would all, not only people on the stage would hear me, but everybody in the crowd would hear me because it wasn't loud during that part at all, whatever. Also, another part that I wanted to yell out was when Kathleen Kennedy, I think she brought out all the directors that were going to do the future films, and she was just talking about them, and I wanted to yell out, we want Ryan Johnson. But then, you know, it would turn into a whole thing of like boos and stuff like that, you know, like, because it's a very controversial thing. I personally love it. I know personally my friend Maddie hates it. Maddie, you're wrong. I'm right. Just got to get that out of the way. And then, honestly, overall, the panels were really good. They also had Mandalorian. They showed the next episode later that day, but I hadn't seen the previous episode of that week, so I was really tired. That was like my third day in London, so I just went to sleep. I've caught up on it now. Obviously, the finale and everything is really good overall. But with saying that, honestly, the first day was just okay other than the panels, because the panels were really amazing, and I was able to buy Funko and stuff like that. But because I was tired, and then also they weren't scanning badges the first day, I don't think anybody was sneaking in or whatever, but it was just super overcrowded. I could tell there was a whole bunch of people there that had never been to a convention. It was just people were standing in the middle of the crowds taking pictures and stuff as people were walking. It was just a cluster like hell of like whatever. But honestly, like, as a first day of Star Wars Celebration, it was definitely a highlight. I wish John Williams performed at every other previous Star Wars Celebration that I've gone to. John Williams performed a lot of pieces. I can't remember if it was Chicago or Anaheim, but he performed Duel of the Fates. That was super freaking sick. And John Williams was missed. But other than that, Star Wars Celebration Day 1 was actually pretty good. Alright guys, I'm trying to make this video too long, but Star Wars Celebration Day 2 is where the most happens. So I'm going to try to get through it as quickly as possible. So first and foremost, the day opened up with a panel about Ahsoka. It was absolutely amazing. It was definitely the highlight of panels when it came to Star Wars Celebration for me. It was awesome. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni just came out and they were just talking about how passionate they are about Star Wars, how much they love the fans, and then also talking about how passionate, how important not only is Ahsoka to them, but how important Ahsoka is to us. Like, they understood it. And Ahsoka, for you guys that know me, Ahsoka is my absolute favorite character in all of Star Wars. Honestly, she's also in my top 5 favorite characters in all of fiction. And then right after that, the beautiful, beautiful Rosario Dawson came out, I think at like the 15 or 20 minute point, and she was just talking about how Ahsoka and how much her and Ashley have done and built with the character. It was absolutely amazing. They brought out the actresses that are also playing Sabine Wren and Harrison Dua. Also freaking awesome. It's so funny when they brought out the actor to play Hera. I'm forgetting her name. I wanted to yell out, "We love you, Ramona Flowers," but I don't know how she feels about the role, and I didn't want to be annoying, but that was just like really funny to me. And then they showed another freaking trailer, and we got to see freaking Lars Mikkelsen in full makeup Thrawn. Oh my gosh, he looks so amazing. Star Wars has done like a really good job of bringing a lot of the animated characters to live action. I think the best ones they've done is probably, well, Cad Bane was pretty good, and then also Zeb. That was freaking sick. There's a lot of other ones that have looked really good so far, but those are the ones that I remember looking the best. But Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn looks absolute peak. The whole place went absolutely ballistic when that happened. And then he freaking walked out, and we were like, show it again! And we were like, it was so freaking hype. Now, as I said, a lot happened that day, so let's get right into it. After that, I had my first photo up of all Star Wars Celebration. I got to meet the amazing Andy Serkis. I made sure to tell him thank you for playing Smeagol, for playing Snoke, for playing Caesar. Oh my gosh, he's so freaking awesome as Caesar in Planet of the Apes. Absolute peak character. And it was so freaking awesome to meet him. He looks absolutely majestic in real life. Definitely looks Hollywood. And he was just so nice and grateful and thankful on my compliments. Right after I took the picture, I told him he was awesome as Alfred in The Batman. I meant to tell him that him and Robert Pattinson's chemistry was amazing, but he was very grateful and super awesome. Second picture I took was with freaking Carl Weathers. Dude was hilarious. As soon as I walked in, I was the last person to take a picture with him with that time slot. And dude was like, oh, you're the last person? I don't want to take a picture with this dude. And he started to like fake after he was going to walk out the room. We were just laughing and like joking and punching each other. Then right before he took the picture, because it was the last time, I had a couple of minutes to couple of seconds to talk to him. So I told him I just watched, actually that week before Star Wars Celebration, I had just watched Rocky for the first time. I told him I just watched Rocky, and I actually just watched Predator a couple of months ago for the first time. Maybe it's been a year, I don't know. And he was like, you just now watch it? And we were just laughing a little more, and then we took a picture, did a nice little fist. Dude was so freaking dope. I meant to bring up the pictures while I was talking. here's the picture with Carl Weathers right here. Dude's freaking dope. I'm going to also put it as a B-roll in the video. And then I have my physical one with Andy Serkis right there. So after that, I met a couple of different friends, just talked to different people and different stuff like that. And then I also had a picture to be taken with none other than General Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker, Lord Vader, Old Ben. That was super freaking dope. I was honestly hesitant at first if I was going to take a picture with them because Ewan McGregor is currently doing... shooting some movie or TV, I don't know, they didn't tell us exactly, but there was like some COVID protocols, so we weren't actually able to put our arms around him or touch him or shake his hand, but I saw a girl's picture earlier in the day, and as you can see, I was standing pretty close to him, so I had like no issue with it. He was really dope, really nice. Dude looks like the embodiment of like, I'm guessing what Greek gods look like. Like, it's not, honestly, like, everybody knows how, like, good-looking Ewan McGregor is or whatever. Like, that's no hide or whatever. But I'm telling you, in person, dude looks like a Greek god. It's actually insane. Now, with saying that, the rest of the day was really good. Before I left the con, I actually ran into this girl that I've been following on Twitter for like almost a year and a half. I just love her Star Wars content. I love all her designs and everything. I'm obviously not going to name her name, and you'll see why in a second. But anyway, I was crushing on her really hard. And it was like funny because I had saw on her Twitter the outfit that she was wearing. She had made it herself. And I like walked right past her and I was like, oh no, there's no way. Well, I didn't walk past her, but I was walking to her. I was like, oh, you're blah, 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 blah. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I've been following you on Twitter. Like, I love your content and stuff like that. And I shot my shot, you know. I told her how beautiful her nails were. These were honest compliments. I wasn't just doing it to, like, you know, shoot my shot. Her nails were absolutely gorgeous. Her costume that she had made herself was absolutely astonishingly beautiful. And, like, the pictures did not do her justice. She was even more beautiful in person. And I was like, I wasn't nervous, but I was like definitely studying over my words as I was talking to her. And I shot my shot. I asked her for a number, but she said she was a situationship. But she was one of the nicest people I've ever had the honor of meeting. She was super dope. And like, it's so crazy that her online persona definitely transferred over into a real life. She was absolutely amazing. It was really awesome meeting her. Now, with saying that, the day was not over. Later that night, they had a full Star Wars bash out at the Fox. The bar was lit. It was just Star Wars fans hammered, yelling a whole bunch of "One Way Out." There was a live band. We listened to all the small things. Everybody was just freaking turned. It was lit. The whole thing was lit. That's where I met Gloria and Ryan for the first time. Luke and Laura came out, hang out with Matt, Vivek, and Lauren. That was just freaking awesome. The highlight of the night, I think, for me was when Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name of was playing. And Matt and I were like, just like arms around each other, like raging and stuff like that. And you know the part, F you won't do what you tell me, that part, Matt said the lyric wrong as I was yelling it out right like 5 times in a row. I was just dying. That night was an absolute blast. It was just like 4 hours of awesomeness. I met the freaking guy that does the props. I think his name is Magtasticpaintnprops or whatever. I don't know. I'll link it in the description below. But dude was so freaking dope. I just ran into him at the bar. The guy that does the props for Mandalorian 3, I just ran into him randomly. This is the type of stuff that only happens at Star Wars Celebration. Day 2 of Star Wars Celebration was absolutely awesome. Alright, so Star Wars Day 3, honestly, not that much happened, but it was definitely the highlight of my entire trip. So that day, I had a picture taken with both my actresses that play my favorite Star Wars character ever, Ahsoka Tano. So I had actually met Ashley Eckstein just last year in Anaheim. She was so freaking nice. It's like Ahsoka's like my favorite character, and like she's literally the real life embodiment of that. She is so awesome. Last year when I met her, I complimented her suit and her hair and her eyeliner and everything. It's just like full out decked out like Ahsoka themed, and she is so nice, and she complimented my outfit, and like we have the same like bubbly personality. So funnily enough, when I took the picture, actually I didn't go to the Heroes and Villains panel. on that day. I really had no interest in it. If Adam Driver and the actor that played Hux were going to be there, would have been really freaking dope. Gwendolyn Christie is really cool, but I needed some sleep after that night at the Fox, which was an absolute blast, to say. So anyway, I dressed up. I had a full Ahsoka outfit, my Ahsoka shirt, sweatshirt I got from Anaheim, my jeans, my Weatherspoons. Dude, I mean, I was meeting freaking both Ahsokas. I had to put on my Sunday's best, and it was like Sunday, so it was like just ironic of that. So anyway, when I walk in there, first of all, as I said, I saw Rosario Dawson like 2 days ago, or even 3 days ago, 2 days ago, and 1 day ago at the panels. But oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen a more beautiful woman in my life. Like, it was actually ridiculous how beautiful she looked. And I literally, as soon as I saw her and then I saw Ashley, I was just like fully entranced. Like, I was just like over the moon. I'm like about to take a picture with two actresses that bring one of my favorite characters of all time to life. So as soon as I walk in there, Ashley, for you guys to know, she has a really good memory. She remembered me from last year, and I was like, Ashley! And then she put her arms out. I was like complimenting her outfit, and then she hugged me, and we were hugging for like 3 seconds, like just jumping up and down. And then Rosario Dawson is like looking like, what is going on? And then I walked up to Rosario Dawson, and I was like, you are the most beautiful person I've ever seen in your life. And she's like cheesing and smiling, and she's like so grateful. And then I put my arms out, and then she hugged me. I hugged Rosario Dawson. Yes, it happened. I'm him. I'm vengeance. Anyway, so that was freaking awesome. And I have this weird face on my look of like almost deviousness, but I'm actually not devious. Like, I had no ill intent. That's just the look of a man that is on cloud 9. This was like one of the best moments of my entire life. So then, after that, I was on cloud 9 for the rest of the day. My friend Vivek was teasing me. He was like, oh yeah, you just took a picture with freaking Rosario Dawson. You're probably still thinking it. Yes, I was still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it to this day. I took a picture of Rosario Dawson and Ashley Eckstein, both actresses that bring Ahsoka to life. It was peak, 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 peak. I'm sorry I sound like Tuco Salamanca, but peak, 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 peak. It was really peak. It was awesome. So then after that day, I got to go on the show floor, really, because I had a lot of free time. The show floor was actually not that good compared to previous years. I think a lot of the vendors didn't want to come and ship all their stuff to Europe and then it not sell and then have to ship it back, or it was just expensive or whatever, which I'm kind of wondering how it's going to be in Japan, but you know, we'll see about that. We'll talk about that on the 4th day thing or whatever. But honestly, 3rd day of Star Wars Celebration, like that whole Ahsoka interaction alone just made my day. And I got to walk the show floor and see a lot of the different artist pieces and just the different stuff. Jason Palmer was definitely a highlight for me. Dude is so freaking awesome. And his wife was awesome as well. My friend Vivek met Jason Palmer's wife on the plane, and we went to the booth like 5 times over to just say hi to them, and they were really freaking nice. Also, all of the art that the different artists made was just absolutely beautiful at Star Wars Celebration. And that day is also the day I went to the Celebration store for the first time and wasn't able to get this jacket, but I did get, I'm not wearing it, this cool shirt, cool sweater shirt, Return of the Jedi, and then I think cool 2 t-shirts, and then the Celebration key art poster. But all in all, like, Day 3 was definitely the singular highlight moment of the day, but taking a picture with both Ahsokas literally had me on cloud 9 for like the rest of my trip in London. Now, with saying that, Day 4 of Star Wars Celebration was actually pretty dang dope. You guys know I love myself some anime, and what they did, I think it was last year or the year prior, I can't remember at this point. Star Wars Visions is freaking awesome, and the Star Wars Vision panel was really, really freaking cool. And I love that they're going an extra step and not only just doing Japanese animation, but also picking animation from different cultures. That is going to be really freaking cool to see. And after the panel, I actually got to take a picture with the director and animator of one of the shorts. They were really freaking awesome, and it was really cool to see some brothers gonna be bringing some awesome Star Wars content to the silver screen. So I'm really looking forward to that, and it was really awesome meeting you guys. I don't know if you'd even be watching this video, but you guys were really freaking dope. They also showed a clip of the Visions, not a clip, one of the shorts from Visions. I forgot what it is, but I think it's a company that makes Chicken Run, It looks really freaking good. It was hysterical. Animation was beautiful. And I'm really excited to see what the rest of the artists bring to the table. Closing ceremonies were really freaking dope. I also want to just say a special thank you to DJ Elliott. Dude, you are so freaking awesome. I know your job cannot be easy, and the way that you energize the crowd and everything you do every day of Star Wars Celebration and whatever you do the rest of your days, I don't know, but dude, you're so freaking awesome. After every panel, I would literally just go and say hi to him. He was so freaking nice. Dude wears the snazziest suits, and dude is so freaking dope. That same day, well, let me finish the panel. So the panel was actually really good, and it's actually funny because I was telling my friends Matt, Vivek, and everybody else that would listen to me that I would think Star Wars Celebration should be in Japan, especially with Visions. And even before Star Wars Celebration Europe even started, I was like, it's possibly going to be in Japan. And when they pulled out the envelope, they did it all like Oscar style. Only 3 people knew. So it was not like there was like rumors. There's rumors going around that it might be in Orlando, but it ended up not being there. DJ Elliott pulls out the card. He says, it's going to be in Japan. I'm in the crowd. Yes! Because I love Japanese culture. It's really freaking dope. And like, I mean, as I said, you guys know I love anime. So that was like really cool. And like everybody else is like groaning because nobody wants to go to Japan. But come on, guys. I know like it's really cool that Star Wars Celebration is in America, and it makes it very easily accessible for us and even Europeans, I guess, as well. But we need to be able to branch out. And I understand that Lucasfilm and Disney is trying to branch out and get into Japanese culture. But I think it's really cool that it gives people the opportunity to go there. And it also gives people like me the opportunity to go to places that I've never been. Like, I would not have gone to Europe probably anytime soon if it wasn't for Star Wars Celebration. But with saying that, another highlight on that day for me was taking a picture with the amazing Jenny. Jenny was so freaking cool. It was awesome meeting her. Her Porg Cosplay was awesome. She had handed in herself. It was a mix between Cruella de Vil and just a whole bunch of Porgs. She also let me hold her Porg in the picture. We look freaking awesome as Krennic and Porg Cruella. She was adorable, and I just loved her attitude, and it was really nice being able to meet you. I think we're supposed to be coordinating some type of cosplay during Star Wars Japan, but it was really dope meeting you, and that was Star Wars Celebration Day 4. Now, with saying all that, Star Wars Celebration 2023 Europe was actually pretty dang good. It wasn't my absolute favorite, but I did enjoy being in a new country that I had never been in. I did miss so much John Williams, as I pointed out. That was a highlight that I had of Star Wars Celebration every year, and he was very duly missed. But when it came to the different crowds and kind of like the smaller venue and different stuff compared to previous years, it kind of deter from my entertainment a little bit. I will say, though, that it was really cool, as I said, being able to do it in a new country. As I said, I made friends that I would not have been able to meet prior. If I had to give it a definite score, I would probably give it maybe an 8.6, 8.7 out of 10. It's just, you know, I wish they kind of did a little bit more. I guess they're kind of in a resurgent stage of like trying to fix some wrongs. I know Kathleen Kennedy and the Lucasfilm team and everybody's not going to just come out and say, hey, we messed up or whatever, but they duly messed up. What they did with episode 9 is, and this is going to be a critiquing part that I was talking about in the beginning of the video, what they did with episode 9 was an actual atrocity. I understand a certain part of the fan base did not like The Last Jedi, and it was very controversial. I went in the camp of liking it, and I understand why a lot of people didn't like it, except Maddie. Maddie's wrong. But what they did with episode 9 by just making something so I don't even know if bland is the way to describe it, just so middle ground and so, hey, we don't want to upset any people, so let's just do this. And it's the final episode in the saga. Like, you got to go all out. You got to do some crazy stuff. And even though they did some crazy stuff, none of the crazy stuff made sense. It was just dumb. I literally was depressed for 3 days. My friend Brandon and Jacob came down to watch the movie with me, and I'm just like, they want to go to Waffle House after the movie. I'm just like, guys, I can't. That movie put me down. Also, Obi-Wan wasn't awful, but they brought back Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. That should have been the absolute best thing of Star Wars ever. And because of that, I didn't really enjoy it because it should have been a lot better than what it was. Bad Batch, really good. Clone Wars Season 7, peak of Star Wars. Siege of Mandalore, my God. Mandalorian, this season was okay, but overall I enjoyed the series. Boba Fett, I don't know. I love the actor that plays Boba Fett, and he did an amazing job and brought stuff to the table. But I don't understand what Disney's thinking was to make him a crime lord, but not having him doing crime. It just felt like they didn't know what they wanted the show to be, and then also side railing him with Mando was kind of crappy. And then you guys already know all the drama of what is going on, and he was supposed to be in the Mandalorian season 3. I don't know. There's all this stuff going on. But anyway, I'm really hoping that Kathleen Kennedy and the Lucasfilm team it looks like they're trying to course correct. And as I said, they're not going to come out and say it. But it looks like they're trying to go in a better direction, bringing back Rey. Daisy Ridley was freaking awesome as Rey, even though the direction that they put her character and a couple others wasn't ideal. I'm hoping that they course correct Rey, and then also they have to bring back John Boyega. Finn was super sidelined. Please do that. I don't care, Disney, Lucasfilm, throw money at him. Roll a truck up at his house with a bag full of cash. I don't know. Bring him back, make him a Jedi, do whatever you need to do. So freaking dope. But overall, as I said, I enjoyed Star Wars Celebration 2023. As I said, if you met me or took a picture with me or saw me, please comment in the description below, DM me on Instagram or Twitter. It was an absolute blast being able to meet friends of old and then friends of new. I love you guys all so much. I'm going to try to content create a lot more. Star Wars lit a fire under me, and I love you guys all so much. Now, with saying that, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. With saying that, I hope you guys have a good day.